Alright, here's something wild to think about. We've been told for years that AI is getting smarter, beating humans at chess, painting portraits, writing essays, and even coding apps. But guess what? When it comes to real-life decisions, I mean, the gritty, complicated stuff like scheduling delivery trucks or managing hospital appointments, most AIs fall flat on their digital faces. Planning routes? Fails. Hitting tight deadlines? Not reliably. Reducing fuel usage or adjusting to real-time traffic. AI gets confused like a tourist lost in a foreign city. It's like handing your Uber driver a Rubik's Cube instead of a GPS and asking him to find the fastest way home. Sounds ridiculous, right? But here's where it gets interesting. DeepMind just dropped a bombshell. They may have cracked one of the biggest unsolved puzzles in AI, teaching artificial intelligence how to actually plan, adapt, and make decisions like a human strategist. And what they've built might be the blueprint for how cities manage traffic, how Amazon delivers packages, and how hospitals schedule life-saving surgeries. So yeah, this isn't just some niche research paper. This could quietly revolutionize the way our entire world functions, without us even noticing. Let me walk you through the madness. Imagine this. You run a fleet of 50 trucks in New York City. Each truck has a limited space, tight delivery time windows, and customers scattered across every borough. Now, picture delivery requests pouring in all day long, constantly changing, constantly adding pressure. You need to figure out which truck goes where, when, and in what order, while avoiding traffic and staying efficient. Sounds like a logistics nightmare, right? That's because it is. This kind of problem is what computer scientists call combinatorial optimization. In simple terms, there are trillions of possible combinations, and most of them are garbage. Finding the best solution is like finding one grain of sugar in a sandbox. The fancy term for this is NP-hard. Basically, no traditional computer can solve these problems quickly enough for the real world. So, planners make guesses. They compromise. They lose money. And you, the customer, wait longer for your packages, pay more in fees, and deal with frustrating delays. Now, you're probably thinking, wait, isn't AI supposed to be good at this stuff? And here's the truth bomb. It's not. Not really. See, the AI you hear about most, like ChatGPT, DALL-E, or image recognition systems, thrives in soft, fuzzy data. Words, pictures, sounds, stuff that can be gently bent and blended. But real-world logistics? That's brutal, rigid, rules-based decision-making. There's no room for creativity. You either make it on time, or you don't. The truck either has enough space, or it's overcapacity. It's black and white. And traditional neural networks hate black and white decisions. On the flip side, we do have traditional solvers. These are like obsessive mathematicians trying to find the perfect answer. But they're slow. Too slow. If you're Amazon trying to deliver 200,000 packages in a day, you don't have time to wait while a solver thinks for an hour. Enter DeepMind. Again, remember how these guys built AlphaGo, the AI that crushed the world champion at a game no machine was supposed to understand? Well, now they've turned their sights on real-world planning. And what they've come up with is insane. They call it MCMC layers. That's short for Markov Chain Monte Carlo. But don't worry about the name. Think of it like this. It's a smart, flexible decision-making engine baked right into a neural network. It's like giving a traditional AI a second brain, one that knows how to make small changes, test new ideas, and learn which plans work best. Picture this. You've got a delivery route. It's decent, but not great. Maybe one truck's hitting too much traffic, and another's barely full. The MCMC layer looks at your plan, makes a tiny tweak, like swapping 2 stops, and checks. Did that help? If yes, it keeps going in that direction. If no, it tries something else. It does this millions of times per second until it finds a near-perfect solution. Here's what makes it genius. It doesn't aim for the perfect answer. It aims for the best answer you can get right now. That makes it fast. That makes it flexible. And that makes it practical for real-world chaos. This trick, this little explorer inside the AI, is inspired by something engineers call simulated annealing. That's the process of slowly cooling down metal so it forms a perfect crystal. Here, the AI cools its decisions, zeroing in on the smartest moves over time. It's not brute force. It's evolution. Even cooler, pun intended. DeepMind made these tweaks differentiable, which means the AI can actually learn from each change. It's not just guessing. It's learning which guesses are better. In testing, this system ran against one of the hardest logistics challenges ever designed, the dynamic vehicle routing problem with time windows. This isn't a theoretical puzzle. This is what FedEx, DoorDash, and hospitals deal with every single day. Customers are scattered. New requests keep coming in. Deadlines change. The city never stops moving. So how did DeepMind's new AI do? They gave it just 1 millisecond, blink, and it's over. And it still came up with a plan that was only 7.8% worse than an omniscient planner that already knew the future. That's borderline magic. Compare that to traditional methods, which were off by over 65% in the same test. That's not even the same sport. Even when given more time, say 1,000 milliseconds, DeepMind's method stayed competitive with the best out there, but with way less computing power. It's like running a marathon in flip-flops and still keeping up with Olympic runners. And yes, they tried it on simpler tasks too. Item picking, resource planning, and the AI crushed those tests as well. When they ran multiple MCMC explorers at once, it was like a team of mini AIs brainstorming solutions in parallel. Faster, better, smarter. So why should you care? Because this isn't just about delivery trucks. Think about how many things in our lives depend on complex planning. Hospital surgeries, ambulance routing, fire response, school bus scheduling, grocery delivery, airport baggage logistics, citywide event planning, energy grid balancing, even video streaming services deciding which servers to use at peak time. Every one of these is a combinatorial nightmare, and every one of them is about to get way smarter, cheaper, and more reliable. If this tech works at scale, picture your food arriving hotter, your medications delivered faster, your traffic lights adapting in real time to accidents, a hospital operating room used with 99% efficiency instead of being double booked or left empty. That's the real impact. But, and there's always a but, this isn't plug and play. DeepMind had to fine-tune these systems carefully. The AI had to be given the right starting points, the right temperature for how much to explore new plans, and the right kind of feedback so it knew what success looked like. This stuff is bleeding edge. Not everyone's going to implement it correctly the first time. Still, the roadmap is there. The pieces are moving. Right now, Amazon is experimenting with similar tech to make their same-day delivery windows more efficient. Uber's AI lab is exploring MCMC-inspired methods to optimize dynamic pricing and route assignment. Even health systems in the US and UK are piloting AI scheduling tools to reduce wait times by 40%. And you can bet this is just the beginning. So here's the crazy part. The same AI that's helping your package show up on time might soon be helping decide how ICU beds are assigned during a crisis, or how power is distributed during a heat wave, or who gets prioritized for organ transplants. Is that exciting? Terrifying? Probably both. So what do you think? Are we finally entering the era where AI becomes a true decision-maker in the real world? Or is this just another step toward losing control? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're watching. If you found this deep dive fascinating, smash that like button, subscribe for more mind-blowing AI stories, and turn on notifications, because the future is moving faster than you think. See you in the next one.